media trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of
Man, this whole David and Ias situation is spiraling out of control by the minute. New reports are now saying that after David ended Celeste's life, he actually chopped her up into pieces. And even crazier, some of her body parts are still missing to this day. And the worst part? He's straight up refusing to tell her family where he hid them. Insiders close to the FBI are now whispering that the way Celeste was unalived looked like some sort of secret ritual connected to the Illuminati. Can you imagine? To make it even more disturbing, just a day after Celeste's remains were discovered, another woman's body popped up, this time inside one of David's other cars at an impound lot. And yes, she too was found chopped up. This is starting to look less like random violence and more like a chilling pattern.
This case keeps on getting weirder and darker. So David, the singer who had a 15-year-old girl found dead in his car, supposedly was bringing caskets to his recent concert. Take a look at this video. This girl looks like she was filming it on July 30th. You can clearly see caskets, and I guess the idea of this was for people to write notes to the dead. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just watch my recent videos on this and it'll catch you up. But also, the girl who died, her name was Celeste Hernandez, and her birthday was on September 7th. If you look at the date, Romantic Homicide, one of his songs that talks about literally killing someone, it was released on September 7th, 3 years ago, and this is straight from YouTube. Now, if we go to his TikTok, his last post was on September 7th, and it talked about him releasing a new album, and these look like text messages, the photos he posted maybe, but there's also 15 of them, and she turned 15 on September 7th. Speaking of his TikTok, a lot of his reposts are pretty scary. I mean, it's just toxic relationship stuff. They're memes, but now they carry a different meaning. If you're wondering how old David is, he is 20 and the girl is 15. And in this chat, you can see some Epstein jokes being made, and then she says this.
Media trained you. That's controversial.
it's controversial of it's
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one.
Clearly the age difference, not good, and he didn't care because in one of his songs he says, I don't care about the law when I'm with you because I be breaking it all the time.
But it doesn't stop there. Receipts have leaked online that make the situation even darker. They show David had gotten 15-year-old Celeste pregnant and was even unofficially engaged to her. That revelation has fans questioning everything. Was David really chasing some twisted career boost through this crime? And even worse, did Celeste's own parents allegedly hand her over to him for money? The whispers online are getting louder. Now here's what's confirmed. David, just 20 years old, is expected to face first-degree charges after Celeste Rivas was found in pieces inside the trunk of his Tesla. At first, his PR team tried to spin it, saying his Tesla was often borrowed by friends, so someone else must have been responsible for what happened. And at that moment, the police hadn't yet identified the victim, so some people actually believed David. But once Celeste was officially named, the whole story flipped upside down. Fans started digging and pulled out receipts proving David wasn't some random bystander. He was in a full-blown relationship with her. Celeste's parents had reported her missing back in April of last year. But here's the twist. She wasn't missing at all. She was secretly living with David the entire time. And get this, her own mom admitted that she knew Celeste was talking to someone named David because Celeste had told her directly. But outside of the name, she claimed she didn't know much else about him. That excuse didn't sit right with people. Like, how are you going to hear your underage daughter mention an older guy she's involved with and not dig deeper? Fans were calling out the mom heavy, saying her story made no sense whatsoever. And things got even shadier when Celeste's own friends on Discord started spilling tea, accusing her mom of allegedly selling her off to David for money. And here's the wild part. These are the same friends who were already saying that the body found in the Tesla was Celeste even before police made it official. So clearly, they had some kind of inside knowledge. Turns out David had originally met Celeste on Discord, which is why there are piles of receipts online. Screenshots, conversations, and messages between them that paint the picture of their whole relationship. and her friends have been backing it up every step of the way. People on the internet claim they literally watched this whole situation unfold in real time. They're calling David a straight-up predator, saying he was out here grooming minors. One post even claimed, "My sister, who's now in 9th grade, told me he was dating an 8th grader." They called her C, and according to the post, she would go on trips with him to LA. Now everyone's in 9th grade, but C has been missing for over a month, and nobody knows where she is. Something about this whole story feels off. And it doesn't stop there. Allegedly, C's friends knew about what was happening and were being paid off to stay quiet. People online are now saying there are even photos of David hanging around with Celeste's friends, sliding them money just to keep their mouths shut, exactly like the rumors about C. That alone is beyond creepy. But the most chilling part? A video recently went viral showing David and Celeste streaming together on Discord. At one point, Celeste said something she wasn't supposed to, and David told her, "I'm media trained, like he was teaching her how to act. That means he'd been keeping her around long enough to train her on how to behave in public, so nobody would suspect he was out here parading around with a minor. Even Celeste trolled him on that same stream, joking about him messing with her when she's still a kid. Take a look at this. And just when you think this story couldn't get darker, it does. New leaked Discord messages between David and Celeste show that while she was secretly living in his house for months, he was allegedly paying her family over $10,000 a month to keep quiet. Not only that, he got unofficially engaged to her and even got her pregnant. Yes, you heard that right. Reports say Celeste was pregnant at the time she died, which means if he really did end her life, he also took out his own unborn child in the process. People online are horrified, with many even questioning if this was some kind of twisted sacrifice move for his career. It's like he literally bought this girl from her family, controlled her, used her, and then allegedly ended things in the most merciless way possible, even when he knew she was carrying his baby. The whole thing is chilling. Here's where it gets even more bizarre. After Celeste was first reported missing, she suddenly popped back up online with a brand new Discord account under the name Deleted User. And fans quickly pieced together that it was her because she and David were constantly chatting on that account. It was too obvious to hide. Then came the receipts that made it undeniable. A few months back, Celeste posted a picture showing off an engagement ring David had given her. If that wasn't enough, she also had a tattoo on the same finger spelling out David. And when her remains were identified, authorities confirmed she and David had matching tattoos on their index fingers with the word shh, like some kind of secret pact. Looks like Celeste had gotten that new tattoo pretty recently, probably right after David slipped that engagement ring on her finger. But it doesn't stop at the creepy tattoos and hush money. David himself has been leaving disturbing Easter eggs in his music that fans are now connecting to Celeste. One example, his track Romantic Homicide, where he literally sings, "In the back of my mind, you died. And I didn't even cry. Not a single tear. In the back of my mind, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it. Fans are freaking out, calling it a chilling confession hidden in plain sight." Then came the next bombshell. Just 2 days after Celeste's body was found, another woman's body turned up. This time abandoned in the trunk of a Honda Civic at a different tow yard. And word on the street? That car was also registered in David's name. The victim was allegedly unalived the exact same way as Celeste, left in the trunk to decompose. David had also been talking publicly about wanting to blow up and have a much bigger career than he already had. Now, speculation online is running wild. People are saying Celeste, and that other unidentified woman, might have been the sacrifices he thought he needed to make to level up in the industry. It's sounding less like coincidence and more like a sinister pattern. People online are convinced this is exactly why David still hasn't been arrested, despite what they call mountains of evidence against him. It's got fans asking how he's walking free while 2 women are gone. even wilder, an old snippet from one of his music videos just resurfaced, showing him literally putting a lifeless body in the trunk of his car, a scene eerily similar to what allegedly happened to Celeste. Viewers are calling it a mocking confession in plain sight. One shocked commenter wrote, "Why isn't he detained yet?" The anger isn't just at David either. Celeste's own mother and sister are catching heat online. People are accusing them of taking hush money from him instead of protecting her. "Shame on them," one post said. "They should have protected this little girl from him." Another person added, "I hate that everyone keeps saying she was a 15-year-old because sadly she didn't even get to see that age." The comments are pouring in. This guy is just so cringe and disturbed. I hope Celeste gets justice. Now the big question is for you. Do you believe Celeste's family really sold her off to David? And do you think David actually took her and the other woman's life as some kind of ritualistic sacrifice? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Starline Secrets channel for the next messy breakdown.